How's it going, my RWBY friends? This is going to be a really interesting video to talk about with you guys. Always exciting when something gets leaked. So obviously, I want to give a spoiler alert. I mean, if you click this video with the title being what it is, you probably already know this is going to contain spoilers, but I know autoplay is a thing on YouTube, and maybe you were watching one of my videos and it just took you to this one afterwards. In which case, this is a video about a recent leak from CRWBY Behind the Scenes regarding Adam Taurus and to a lesser extent also Yang and Blake. So if you don't want any potential spoilers or to know about this leak, definitely now's your chance to click off this video. But before you do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not, because this content's really good and you're gonna like it. Even if you don't watch this video, you're gonna like the other videos. Okay, so with that all out of the way, guys, let me get a sip of coffee before we talk about the leak. Okay, a juicy leak. Y'all wondered what Adam looks like behind the mask, so why not look at behind the scenes? Get it? CRWBY Behind the Scenes, behind the mask. It's a joke, guys. It's pretty funny. Anyways, we saw what's behind that mask on some concept art or like a rough sketch. Basically, you guys can see what I'm talking about. I have the pictures up here. You can see that there was a part of behind the scenes where you had this dude who's looking like an animator or something doing some animations, and in the background is a laptop open with concept art or again sketch or something of Adam Taurus without his mask on. Noticeable things: he's got some big scars, one like a hook-shaped scar almost on his right eye, and the left eye has a huge circular scar. It's difficult to tell if he even has eyes, honestly. I wouldn't say that this 100% confirms that he is not missing his eyes, because it's really hard to tell, to be honest. He might be missing his eyes, he might be blind. I don't think we can say for certain if he is or isn't. On that same note, we don't really know if his, we don't know what color his eyes are, so I don't think this disproves the theories that he might have silver eyes. I don't like those theories personally, though. I don't want Adam to be a silver-eyed warrior. I just don't really like the silver eyes that much, guys. I mean, for one, it would be really cliche if Adam ends up having silver eyes. I mean, when you have a power in a show that is correlated to the eyes, anytime a character is introduced that has their eyes hidden, you're gonna wonder if that character is one of those people with the eye powers. And I'm not saying silver eyes because I'm using like a general. I'm talking about in general. If a show has magical eyes as a power and a character you can't see their eyes, of course people are gonna be like, whoa, I wonder if that person is one of those magical eye people. In this case, the magical eye people would be the silver-eyed warriors. So it would be cliche, in my opinion, for Adam to become a silver-eyed warrior. Also, I don't really like the silver eyes that much. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I feel like the silver eyes take away like the potential of it having a really good fight. Like any sort of ability where it's like, oh, instant win. Instant win. Like look at the Maria fight. Y'all have heard me complain about that a lot already. But it's like you have this amazing fight and then boom, instant win. Kind of takes away from it being special, you know? I like being there in the moment. I like the struggle of these characters going at it. I don't like an easy way of like one-shotting things. That's not entertaining for me. I like watching technical fights. Like I like watching Neo fight because she uses so much skill and pure technique involved with her fighting. Something like the silver eyes just ruins that for me. And I think me saying that has a lot of weight to it, to be honest, because I even put the RWBY silver-eyed moment against Cinder as like the top #1 pick for most like monumental scene in RWBY. I made like a top 5 video. Like this was way before Volume 6 came out. I think this was like in the middle of Volume 5, or maybe it was before Volume 5 came out even. But yeah, I made like a top 5 video of like the greatest or most memorable moments in RWBY or something like that. And I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, I put like RWBY's silver eye moment against Cinder as #1. So even though I don't really like the silver eyes and I find them kind of boring and cliche, I have to admit that the RWBY silver eyes scene against Cinder was just very like good. The way she got up there right in time to see Pyrrha, RIP, the like emotions going on as you just saw Cinder finish her off. RWBY just gets up there, the music, the silver eye effect. Especially the music, though. Everything was like, it was such a memorable scene, man. And then it fading out to white, like the ringing in the ears as RWBY comes to in the next scene. It's all just very cool, in my opinion. So, like, even though I don't like the silver eyes, I can acknowledge that that scene was pretty freaking epic. But that doesn't mean I want to be seeing, like, more and more cliche one-shot silver eye hacks all over the show. So I'm gonna hope that Adam is not a silver-eyed warrior and that he just has these scars on his eyes, and maybe he's blind, maybe he's not blind, maybe he can only see out of the right eye. The left one might not even be there. It's really hard to tell. But the fact is, we know what Adam looks like without his mask on now, guys, and it's crazy. I always wondered like what he'd look like because he looks so cool with the mask on, right? Like his character design is very awesome. I'm gonna be honest. It's a very cool character design. So I was like, I wonder if he's gonna look weird without the mask on. Like just seeing his eyes and stuff. Is he gonna look? He's probably gonna look less cool. Still looks pretty dang cool though because he's got these scars. Now I don't know, man. In real life, that wouldn't really make you look cool. That'd make you look just like freaking like messed up, you know? But in anime, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty cool thing, to be fair to Adam. So I'm excited about this, guys. It's definitely interesting because we had the character short for Adam at the beginning of Volume 6, and we had one scene of Adam in Chapter 1 that was maybe a minute or two long at best, and we've never seen him since then except from the like hallucinations from Yang and Blake. So I'm curious if this reveal is going to be playing an important role in the coming chapters of Volume 6 before this volume is over. On one hand, it would make sense because we had that character short. On the other hand, it wouldn't make too much sense because the volume is coming to a close now and we already have a lot going on plot-wise, and throwing Adam into the mix might start making it feel cluttered. However, off the top of my head, I can think of some merit to bringing Adam into, say, Argus. Some of you have probably heard me talk about this before, but not everybody. So let me restate my opinion now. I really think it would be awesome. This is just my opinion. A lot of people don't agree with me on this, and that's totally fine. But I personally think it would be awesome for Adam to get semi-redemption. I want to see him sacrifice himself to save Blake. I think that would be awesome. And it doesn't mean that he suddenly likes Blake or okay, he might already like Blake. Let me put it this way, though. That doesn't mean that he would totally forgive Blake for, you know, we know that Blake hasn't really done anything wrong, but in Adam's screwed up mind, Blake has done a lot wrong to him. So I'm not saying that this would, in Adam's mind, make him forgive Blake. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. The important thing, though, is that he would see Blake in danger, and he would still want to protect her. I think that could be some awesome partial redemption. It wouldn't be full redemption because he's a little bit too far gone at this point, but that would be good partial redemption. And the way I see it going down is he would get in the way of whatever was going to attack Blake, and maybe he would take a lethal attack from protecting Blake from whatever that source of damage would be. And Adam would have completed his character arc. He would have actually ended up saving Blake. He would be X'd off. He would get partial redemption. And I think that would just be really cool. A cool way of wrapping up his story. So, would that actually happen in Volume 6? Well, I've always kind of imagined it happening against some crazy Grimm that Blake could be fighting, or something like that. Someone on, you know, Team Witch or something like that. But now, if this actually does happen in Volume 6, the way I could see it playing out would be at Argus. We know Cinder and Neo are on their way to Argus. And, well, I think you guys can see what I'm getting at. What if Cinder and Neo were getting the jump on Team RWBY and Co? What if Blake was in danger? Team RWBY and Co might not be all together at this point either. It could just be like Blake and RWBY and Oscar or something like that. And they get jumped by Cinder and Neo. And freaking Cinder is about to like attack Blake or something with a crazy powerful move like a fire blast or something. And Adam is at Argus because he was trying to track Blake down as well. So Adam wasn't really working with Cinder or Neo. He just happened to be there. He ends up stumbling upon this whole like ambush that Cinder and Neo sets up, and he gets in the way. He ends up protecting Blake and going against Cinder, and he ends up like paying the price with his life. But he ends up saving Blake. I think that would be really cool, guys. What do you think? Do you guys agree with me? And it doesn't have to be in that sort of like scenario either. I'm just trying to see how it could all possibly fit in Volume 6. Because all the stuff is going down in Argus, and we haven't seen Adam like join up with Cinder and Neo, and Adam is probably in a completely different location than Cinder and Neo are, unless they meet each other en route to Argus. I just don't really see him working with Cinder and Neo. I'm going to be honest. I see him more as doing his own thing, being this wild card. And what possible direction could that really go? The White Fang's totally dissolved. I mean, I don't see them taking a direction where Adam ends up like working with Gira and Kali to like restore a new organization, or not really restore, but like restore the old White Fang, where it was more pacifist and peaceful. I don't really see Adam working with Gira and Kali towards that goal. So what direction would they take with this character? I mean, either he would join up with Cinder and Neo, which we haven't seen, or what I'm saying would probably happen, where he gets involved as the sort of middleman and he has to make a decision, help Cinder or save Blake. And, well, maybe he would help Cinder in that case. But I really feel like Adam, though he's crazy, he is like, I think he still likes Blake. I don't think he would want to see someone else like hurt her. I mean, he wants to hurt her. That's pretty obvious. But I do think he'd have a problem if like Cinder was there trying to hurt her or worse. And I think he would step in. I really do. But enough about what I think, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is some crazy stuff. Oh, there's one more leak, actually. Hold up. There's one more thing. Apparently, in this other leak, you can see what looks like Blake fighting Adam. So we will look. It looks like we will get some sort of rematch between Blake and Adam. And that still fits in with the theory, because we might have like Adam and Blake fighting, and then Cinder rolls up, and then everything plays out as I just talked about. So it's interesting, man. I don't know how I feel about Yang and Blake getting a rematch against Adam. Like, I don't like things when they're not fair. That's part of why I don't like the Silver Eyes. Like I said, it's like a hack. It's like hacks, one-shot hacks. That bores me. I don't really like want to see Adam have a 2v1 fight. That wouldn't really be fair to me. That would kind of bore me. I want to see like a legit 1v1. I want to see like Adam versus Blake or Adam versus Yang. I would totally be down for either of those fights. Like a fair 1v1 would be cool. So we'll see how it all plays out, and we'll see how Adam loses his mask and stuff like that in the middle of the fight, or however it would go down. But it's definitely interesting stuff, man. We have 4 chapters left, 10, 11, 12, and 13. 4 chapters left of Volume 6, and then it will come to a close. I can't believe it, man. It's been a fun ride already, guys. I hope you continue to enjoy the content while the volume is going on, and I hope you enjoy my content when the volume's over. I'll be covering RWBY either way, of course. And, well, if you watch my other content as well, that's awesome. I'm going to be wrapping this video up here. If you'd like to support the channel directly, consider sponsoring on Patreon. Get access to my reactions up to a week early and some other cool benefits. Or, if you would prefer a one-time donation, we have that option as well. Streamlabs link below through PayPal. Just click that, nice and easy, and I'll catch you next time.